All right, guys, welcome back to the Second Life podcast, guys. This show is about where you're going once you figure out you're going somewhere. Once you figure out that you have a life beyond what you have already lived. All right, welcome back. It's your boy Don Bird. Today we're talking about something that never goes out of style, and it's liquidity, it's finance, it's the base level of everything we do, and it's cash. In a world chasing crypto, in a world chasing stocks, and the newest tip, the newest real estate project, right? The newest flip. Too many people are forgetting about the opportunity that exists in cash, in being liquid. Remember, cash gives you control, it gives you power. And without that power, you're going to realize that your ability to move around in the world is probably going to be a little bit affected by the lack of cash. But I want to break down for you why in 2025, if you want to win, you've got to stay liquid. You've got to stay ready. And that is the point of this mini podcast series for you today. And we're talking about liquidity. We're talking about why it matters. Because liquidity equals your freedom. It equals your ability to move around in the world. When opportunities come up, whether it's a business deal, a friend may have a venture that you could get involved in, whether it's investment opportunities in the stock market or others you might find, or simply having an emergency fund, the person with the cash is the one who's able to move around, not the person trapped in assets they can't touch. So remember that when you go to deplete your cash for whether it's an opportunity or whether it's just simple everyday spending, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. And the people who can move do, and they're the ones that acquire the wealth. And you are stuck wondering why you can't get out of the same position. Liquidity is what you need. Next is inflation. Inflation is on everyone's mind, all right? But we're approaching inflation from a different perspective, looking at inflation versus opportunity. Yes, we know that inflation eats up your cash, but missed opportunities cost way more than what inflation can do to your cash sitting in your bank. And you do not want to miss opportunities in this lifetime, because these are the opportunities that are going to change your life and open your eyes up to the possibility of financial freedom. Right now, with businesses closing and real estate softening and people panicking, those with cash will be comfortable. Those with cash will be able to purchase assets at an appropriate price, at a discount. They'll be able to buy the world really at a discount. Real estate, stock, investment assets, and other things that they find valuable will be able to be had at a price lower than we see today. And lastly, what is your personal liquidity plan? This second life that I've developed, guys, that I want you to think about is thinking about doing things differently than you used to do them, or you have done them, or that you become accustomed to. And now you need a personal liquidity plan to really make your second life worth living. Every household should aim to have 6 to 12 months of living expenses in liquid cash. Now, once we get a little bit more sophisticated, I'll teach you some different ways to manage that emergency fund. But right now, we should focus on having 6 to 12 months of living expenses in liquid cash. Build that cushion first, then invest, not the other way around. Because what happens is, if you think about back in 2008 when the crash happened, well, the people who had gone out on the limb had gone out further than they could realize that it's important to have cash to help you meet the expectations that you have on a daily or monthly basis. And the people who had the cash bought all the prime real estate, all the stocks for pennies on the dollar, and now they're multimillionaires. Stop thinking about getting rich. Start thinking about staying ready. Liquidity is your insurance policy against life and your weapon for the future. Stay liquid so your family can benefit from all of the wonders that life has to offer. And you can take advantage of that when the others are scrambling, trying to sell their assets or trying to find cash to pay for their assets that they do not have. So remember that as you go forward, as we build this second life. I'm going to be talking to you a lot more about tips and financial strategies to help you live your best life. All right. Until next time, it's your boy, Don Bird. I want you to connect with me. This is your Second Life. This is your Second Life podcast, powered by the Second Life operating system. See you next time.